Still watching Nile TV International. Hello and welcome to this news update. The Global Alliance of the National Bodies of Human Rights, affiliated to the United Nations, recommended to keep the National Council for Human Rights in Egypt's global ranking at A. The alliance praised the Egyptian state's efforts to amend the Council's law and provide the independence in its work. It also praised the recent steps to boost human rights in Egypt, which the Council reviewed in its report before the Global Alliance. Egypt has taken a number of important procedures to boost human rights, including providing more guarantees to protect these rights. And to shed light on the development, we have with us now live over the phone Dr. Motaz Abu Zeid, Professor of International Law. Good evening, Dr. Abu Zeid. Thank you as always for joining us.
Good evening, dear.
Dr. Abu Zeid, the Global Alliance of the National Bodies of Human Rights affiliated to the United Nations recommends to keep the National Council for Human Rights in Egypt's global ranking at A. Your input, sir?
Yes, of course, this is a great step or a great success achieved by the National Council of Human Rights in Egypt, as this committee in the last year, in 2024, recommended the reduction of the ranking of Egypt to B. And of course, saving the situation of Egypt at rank A this year is a great confession from this committee that there is a progress in the field of human rights achieved in Egypt.
Right. Dr. Abu Zeid, this is a recognition indeed of work done in Egypt to improve the human rights file. Can you tell us about what Egypt indeed has undertaken in this past year to improve the situation of human rights in the country?
Of course, you are right. There were great efforts from the Egyptian state in the field of human rights. Firstly, we upgraded the ranking of Egypt through the last 4 or 5 years to the great ranking in the grade A, and according to the steps of the performance for the national strategy of human rights declared by Mr. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi in 2021 till 2026, and of course after the inquiries or the questions presented from the committee last year about the downgraded of the situation of human rights in Egypt, and of course the efforts presented by the National Council of Human Rights in Egypt through proving that they are working upon a certain law or a specific law which was amended by the parliament to give this council more space and more practice in the field of human rights. And on the other hand, their beliefs in transparency and self-control as a mechanism to operate this council, and of course the compatibility with the international standards of human rights declared by the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and of course the principles of United Nations. All these efforts was presented in front of the committee, which put her on the right situation to give the right ranking for the Egyptian Council of Human Rights and to stand still in the same rank, which is A.
Right. Dr. Abu Zeid, Egypt has amended the criminal procedures law. It has also upgraded correctional and rehabilitation centers to meet international standards. And Egypt has also executed a number of humanitarian releases, something that reflected the National Council for Human Rights' role in advancing human rights. If we talk about these 3 points specifically, and if you allow us to take them one by one, let's first talk about the amendments of the criminal procedure law, and how these amendments serve or guarantee more rights.
Yes, of course, this was a great achievement by the Egyptian state in the field of human rights, that for a long time Egypt was previously accused for violations in human rights, especially in prisons and institutions of punishments or sanctions or rehabilitation. And of course, this was a great issue that Egypt presented many reports to remove these writings or these sayings in for the Egyptian country. And of course, the last amendment for the project or the bill presented to the parliament about the criminal procedural law and the comments of Mr. President about this draft for this law was typically suitable for the standards of human rights, as these comments was summarized in increasing the alternative sanctions or punishments that can be replacing imprisonment or such sanctions, and on the other hand to save the privacy and the rights of personal privacy in homes and in and for inspection or accusing persons. And of course, at the third point for amending this draft or this law before issuing it, the time to be performed or to be applied. And of course, all these standards was presented by the comments of Mr. President about this draft for the Parliament, and it was very remarkable that the Parliament really put it in the draft, and of course it was accepted while issuing this law. So of course this amendment was a great step to ensure that the Egyptian state is keen to save the standards for human rights in that law.
Finally, Dr. Abu Zeid, the significance of the timing of this Global Alliance report and recommending to keep the National Council for Human Rights' global ranking at A. The significance of the timing of this development and its effect on the inner political landscape in Egypt, Egypt that's looking forward to holding parliamentary elections very soon, in a couple of days.
Yes, of course, you are totally right. These days is very significant in Egypt, and we are not exaggerating that if we are saying that it's very significant in the history of Egypt, because there are many factors serving this situation of human rights in Egypt. Firstly, since the very great political efforts for the Egyptian country about saving persons and citizens in Gaza and signing the peace agreement between many parties in a very great conference of peace in Sharm el-Sheikh, and after that issuing the new law of criminal procedures. And this was, on the other hand, at the same time for the elections of the Senate Council here in Egypt. And of course, as I said, we are preparing for the elections of the other chamber of or the other council of the parliament, which is Council of Representatives. Of course, all these lines, when they are passing together, proving that Egypt looking forward a new vision of human rights and proving or achieving many steps for progress of human rights.
All right, Dr. Motaz Abu Zeid, Professor of International Law, thank you for your time and your insight there. Dr. Abu Zeid was commenting on the report by the Global Alliance of the National Bodies of Human Rights affiliated to the United Nations, which recommended to keep the National Council for Human Rights here in Egypt's global rating at A. Dear viewers, Thank you for watching us, and please stay with Nile TV. Don't go far.